Today is Friday, April 19th, 2024, and it's day 9 of my great American motorcycle adventure. Today's ride was a short one. I only covered about 94 miles, but in those miles I rode through 3 states, Tennessee, Kentucky, and technically Virginia as well, since the Cumberland Gap borders all 3. While the roads and parks in eastern Tennessee are absolutely stunning, it's very busy with traffic and with tourists. I prefer a little more space, a little more quiet. Kentucky is one of the most beautiful states I've ever ridden through. There's this incredible mix of twisty mountain roads and wide open rolling hills of course country. And there's bourbon. So off to Kentucky I go. The first part of the ride was just about getting through Knoxville and its suburbs. Lots of traffic, construction zones, and stoplights. Not exactly the kind of riding that feeds the soul, but necessary to get to the good stuff. Once I hit Route 33, things opened up. Rolling hills and sweeping turns. Just the kind of road that makes riding feel like flying. I took Route 33 up to Tazewell, then picked up US 25 East, a road that would lead me straight through the heart of the Cumberland Gap. This was once the Great Passageway West, a natural break in the Appalachian Mountains that helped settlers, traders, and explorers move into Kentucky and beyond. Today, there's no need to wrestle with the rough terrain or the unpredictable weather. You can just ride straight through the Cumberland Gap Tunnel. It goes directly under the mountain and straight through the Cumberland Gap National Historic Park. This is the second of the 29 national parks I would visit on my trip. These preserved pockets of history, nature, and adventure have been called the best idea America ever had, and they're absolutely worth supporting. First stop, the Visitor Center. Stickers are my souvenir of choice on this trip. They're small, flat, and easy to pack. This park is also where I picked up my annual park pass. If you visit just a couple of parks a year, the National Parks Pass pays for itself. For $80, you get access to every national park and federal recreation site in the country. It's an amazing deal, and it's a small way to give back to the people and places that make these parks so special. If you don't have one yet, I highly recommend it. I'll put a link in the description for you. And while I'm at it, huge thanks to the National Park Service. The rangers and staff do an incredible job keeping these places accessible, informative, and inspiring. I want to make sure these special places remain protected for future generations. After the Visitor Center, I took the ride up Pinnacle Road to the Overlook. At just under 4 miles, it's a short ride, but it's packed with tight turns, and it's a pretty climb from 1,100 up to 2,300 feet. I posted an extended ride video with no music or narration, so you can enjoy the whole ride if you'd like. Here's a link, and I'll put it in the description as well. At the top, you're greeted with some amazing views. You can see Kentucky stretching out ahead, Tennessee behind, and Virginia just off to the side. If you've watched the past couple of videos, you know about that annoying crack in the lens cover that has been causing the reflection arcing through my videos. Well, after visiting the Overlook, I was putting the camera back on the bike and noticed the crack. I took the cover off, and we should have reflection-free video. That is, until the camera lens itself gets hit by a rock while I'm riding up in Canada, but that's another story. After soaking in the view, I headed back down the mountain and continued on to Middlesboro in my hotel. At only 93 miles and 2 hours and 43 minutes of riding time, I wrapped up the day with a quick stop to get another charger and some toiletries. Then some Chinese buffet for dinner and back to the hotel. It wasn't a long ride today, but it was a memorable one, crossing 3 states and riding through history. Tomorrow's a longer ride through beautiful southeast Kentucky. If you're enjoying the ride with me, subscribe and like the video. There are 103 more days of my trip to go. Drop a comment and let me know what you'd like to see in future videos. Thanks for watching.